Hello Ash, Hayden here from Pacific Toyota again, mate. I just want to do a bit of a walk around just as a refresher of the Camry SX that you're looking at. This model variant is the 4-cylinder. It does come in two options. You can get it in the 4-cylinder or the V6. The exciting thing about the V6 setup, Ash, is that it runs the higher powered V6, where it previously ran a detuned V6. So it currently runs at 224 kilowatts, plus runs an 8-speed transmission. With the SX model as well, it also runs firmer suspension and low profile tyres. As you can see, the styling of the car obviously is very well stereotyped with a sporty aesthetic style of vehicle. If you come around the back, you see the LED lighting, dual tip exhaust on the car. So overall styling is quite appealing. As you can see, Toyota's gone to extreme lengths to go sort of outside the box for styling on this car. Compared to the previous generation Camry, you're looking at a longer model, as well as a wider model, as well as a lower to the ground model. So it's definitely meeting a lot of the sleek standards of what we see of modernised sedans. And it's quite an appealing and great looking vehicle. One of the key aspects of the vehicle is it runs the leather interior as well to keep you with the luxuries as well as the sportiness of the car. Looking inside it, we'll touch on a few features in here. So feature-wise, you run a satellite navigation system, dual zone climate control, along with wireless phone charging, all within this section of the vehicle. The real good thing about the mapping system in this car is you don't so much need an address. As long as you know the name of the place that you're going, the system can usually find it, which is something quite new, because obviously in most recent times you had to have an address in order to get this system to work. With the dual zone climate control on it, well, I always explain it as anti-argument control. My mother always loves the aircon cold and my father loves it warm, so this way you can have the best of both worlds in the vehicle. Otherwise, if it's just a driver, then it runs off a single system. Down here you can see the wireless phone charger along with USB connectivity and auxiliary, and you've got your 12-volt power supply down here as well. If you don't need the wireless phone charger, you can just push it back and it becomes a storage compartment in there as well. It's quite an in-depth one, so it's quite practical in that sense, so best of both worlds again. Down here, electric handbrake, hold, eco, normal and sport. So the eco, normal and sport are driving modes for the vehicle. Economy means that it will run the car at less load, keep the revs down, keep the fuel economy running quite low. Normal is just a standard everyday mode, so it sort of suits certain scenarios all-rounder. Where the sports mode's actually designed, so if you're doing those drives up to the Carina range, the Gillies, stuff like that, we'll actually hold it in a gear higher, which practically means that you'll have power ready to go, which is another exciting feature that Toyota do. Electric handbrake, so you don't have to worry about the handbrake anymore. What will happen is you pop it into drive, handbrake, this red light will automatically go off, where if you put it into park, that handbrake will automatically come on. You can do a manual mode if you like, but not necessary. You've also got a hold button here, so the hold button's actually designed for when you come up to a set of lights. You stop for 3 seconds with your foot on the brake, another hold light will come up, and that's when you know you can take your foot off the brake. So all that means is once the light goes green, all you can do is tap the accelerator, it releases the brake, and away you go. Inside, you've got a nice big glove box as well in here. So you can see that, sorry, not glove box, I mean center console in there, so that's all there. Glove box is over here. Once again, still decent in size. Even just the styling of the vehicle, you press on it, it's really well clipped down. It's very, how could you say, durable. Reliability is obviously a massive thing for Toyota. Quality, durability, reliability, and you can definitely tell that by even just pushing your knee on the dash and noticing that there isn't any creaks. You can really feel the real solid manufacturing build that Toyota's gone to in this model. We'll keep heading around. I'm going to head around to the driver's side now, so bear with me. I just want to show you cool features that Toyota do with the Toyota Safety Sense. So inside here, you see the steering wheel has more buttons than ever. So on here, on this side, we've got our cruise control with lane departure alert as well. Now, cruise control isn't your standard cruise control on this, it's actually radar cruise control, which works alongside the pre-collision safety control system. So how that works is it's just a matter of turning the on button by pressing this one here. You'll see a little light come up on the dash there, which looks like a car and an odometer. What happens is that hit the set button, and then you get a screen that will look like this. Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, there you go. Learned something new. I can't do it unless I'm driving in the Camrys. So what happens here, this will actually give you a 3-bar system in front of you, and the 3-bar system works on timing for how far from the car in front you want to sit. Because what will happen is when you set this, next to the green symbol that comes up on the screen, a speedo will come up next to it, and you want to make sure that you get this here, hit it up so it matches whatever sign the speed is on the sign, and then depending on how far you want to sit from the car in front, you can adjust that between 1 or 3 settings. The closest setting's 2 seconds, then you go out to 3 seconds, then you go out to 4 seconds away from the car in front. This car will bring you to a complete stop. If you're following someone at 60 k's an hour and there is a red light and there's a car in front of you, this car will bring you to a complete stop without you having to touch a brake. If you don't run the radar cruise control system, you still have pre-collision safety control on it with pedestrian detection. So basically anything that senses where a collision will take place from the front of the car, it will actually apply brakes for you and eliminate human reaction time for a more safer ride. It also runs automatic high beam, so those buttons sort of rely down here. So auto high beam, basically it's basically what it says. You've got no cars in front of you all coming at you. The high beam will obviously turn on, and as soon as it senses a car coming towards you with lights on, it will turn them off. You do run auto headlights in this car, along with flappy paddle gearbox as well. So that's all on there. The screen in front of you, it runs over a few settings as well. So it's quite exciting in that sense. I'm just going to quickly turn this off and back on. Let's see whether it lets me use the screen at all. No, it wants me to turn the car on. So by turning the car on, it'll allow me to use this full screen here. As you can see, it does its run over and turns on. So at the moment it's telling me there's a door open in the car, but you can run through your audio settings. You can then run through whether your lane departure alert's on and compass. You then go up to the top, which runs over the fuel economy. So because this hasn't got many Ks on it, it's telling us we've got 631 kilometers till empty, and that there's 23.2 liters per 100K. Obviously that's not the fuel consumption on this car, but it's just because it hasn't been driven. You can also go through and turn off what safety features you have on there, and then you can see what safety is on there. Look, we are in a showroom, so I'm going to turn the car off, and obviously then you can see shutdown procedures as well. So quite a well-equipped car, quite a good looking vehicle. Last thing I will run over is the boot, because I think it's paramount on this car. I don't know how Toyota do it, but they have a boot that is absolutely massive. As you can see in here, massive boot. I've actually personally had 4 sets of golf clubs in this boot. So quite a fair bit of stuff in it. This is all your spare tyre and tools in the car. It does run a space saver because of the size of the alloy that the car runs in it. But Toyota do offer roadside assist as well at an extra cost. But all round great looking vehicle. If you do have any questions, please give me a call on 0410 839 933. And that's the walk around of the Camry SX. They do come in 2 variants, remember, obviously a V6 and a 4-cylinder. V6 adopting the 8-speed transmission. Perfect, thank you very much, Ash. Any questions, sing on out. Like I said, 0410 839 933. Mate, we're doing some cracker deals. you.